said I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop. Yeah. I'm so handsome. All in Carmine's with my Benz, I'm so fancy. No romancing. Got my baby and she right, she make you vanish. No time to play, got book dates. Had a plan, only had to wait. Always knew I'd make a way. Send a bill, they send a pay. Keep it real, keep the record straight. Keep it real, no time to fake. All authentic in my own lane. I am me till I'm in the grave. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop. Ooh, never panic. Get a worry, send it up and then advantage. Yeah, I can't stand it. Out of order way you move and see you scrambling. On offense, no defense. Still strong, no weakness. Used to say I wouldn't beat this. Now they wish they could beat this. Tables set, now tables turn. God's plan, don't say a word. Know the price, cause I know my worth. My time, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, won't stop. For the ground, I'm a man, I'm a 2020, whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020, reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged, dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Yeah, new Jeep, no doors with it. No, I won't stop now. Who you kidding? Kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Send it. I'ma send it. I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Send it. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Wow. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. Rolled inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that is here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundry mat. Going to the moon, it's on top and that. 2 straight years of dropping back to back. Epidemic jumping like an acrobat. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Yeah, new Jeep, no doors with it. No, I won't stop now. Who you kidding? Kidding. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Send it. I'ma send it. I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Send it. I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it.
Good morning all. Yes sir. Hope we are all well. Hope everyone is good. Let me see how all systems go. Happy Friday to all. Hope everyone is good, man. And yeah, let me see. Systems look all good here, and we look good. We look good. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Definitely interesting day on GJ yesterday. What a dump here. We'll let more people come in, and then we'll discuss about it here. But yeah, definitely a huge move towards the downside here. No doubt about that. For me, as we saw what happened in London, no top wicks and all of that stuff, crazy momentum towards the downside. I feel this might have been maybe an option here, but again, so close to the 4-hour support. For me, the easiest option was here in New York session. Basically, this closed below here, and I was waiting personally for a thunderstorm and managed to capitalize on that and got the downside. And then for the Bank of Japan to come in and intervene here. So that is crazy to see that happen, and then for them to come in and intervene. Definitely super crazy after such a dump for them to say, okay, we'll just dump it another, what, 200 pips or something? Yeah, 230 pips, and say, yeah, that's fine. We'll just give it another 230 pip dump towards the downside after dumping, 500 pips or something. So pretty crazy to see. And yeah, let's go ahead and have a talk about what's going on. So today is a big day in the market. It is NFP day today, so first Friday of every month. And yeah, NFP day, definitely an interesting day for gold here. And basically, the whole market waits for NFP, especially gold. We can see gold has just been ranging. Yesterday, we tried pop up the range. We popped to the bottom of the range, and we continue exactly where we were yesterday. If you look where we were yesterday, we were somewhere around here. Where are we today? The same spot. So we spoke about this. Take out the highs, take out the lows, and just mess everyone up in the range here. So this is exactly pre-NFP movement. Now for GJ, we need to have a discussion about what basically happened here. So we can talk about exactly what's gone on with GJ, why we saw this move, and basically Bank of Japan. So this is something very, very interesting. So let's go ahead and talk about why we might have seen this move, because it's very, very interesting to understand why. So we did have Udia, who is the Bank of Japan, basically the guy there, and he's said that potentially looking at 150 basis point rate hike, and potentially he said, and that just sent a lot of shock into the market here. And immediately, whenever he just indicates, that shows you how sensitive people are to the yen right now. And this is super important to understand. You can see how, what's this called? You can see how sensitive people are to the yen. As soon as he announced that, it just caused a huge sell-off here. Huge sell-off it caused. And also, what happened? Why did we see this sell-off continue? Because this is the end of year. So end of year, what are we seeing? We're seeing the sell-off continue, and we're seeing people take profits. So basically, if you can imagine, algorithms had have taken longs, right? All the way from down at these lower prices here. These longs now are getting all, going close to drawdown. So they just profit take. And it kind of becomes like a selling frenzy here. Everyone just starts to sell. Because they just want to get out of their positions end of year. And then on top of that, we saw them come here and buy up the yen, just for one more huge, like, F you, just do it today, just send it to the floor, man. But the interesting thing is where we come back technically, right? Technically, we've come back down to the bottom of the daily range, and we can see how we have these higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. So we could end up playing inside this range. Now, what's very interesting, if you take this daily candle and look at what happened last year, December, you'll see the exact same thing. Look at this candle here. This is the 20th of December. We had the exact same thing here, right? So we had this huge dump back down to, this was taken back down to the mid of the range. But again, we accumulated during, February, March, and then kind of April, we start to, distribute here towards the upside. Could we see something very similar? Yes, I feel we could, right? We could see this repeat itself. Now, yesterday was a day where you can either make a lot of money, or yesterday is a day where either you don't make any money, or yesterday was a day where you lose money. And it was a tough day because it was not a straightforward day for many people. But if you have a plan, it was very, very straightforward. And that's the only way to tackle this yesterday, is to have a plan and then trade your plan. That's the best thing you can do. I was not able to get in here. There was nothing that followed my plan to get in, and I was not comfortable selling these lows here. But once we got proper structure formed and I saw a pullback, I was able to catch something in this move. And that's my point. If you're FOMOing in, These pullbacks are not fun. Measure these pullbacks. That's a 40 pip pullback. Measure this pullback here. This is a 34 pip pullback. When we're used to using stop losses like 15 pips, 16 pip stop losses, these pullbacks, if you're going to try FOMO into these moves, these pullbacks are going to eat you up. Because guess what? You're going to use a small stop loss, right? You're going to use a small stop loss to try say, oh, there's so much momentum here, but that's what's going to mess you up, right? What's going to mess you up is trying to run tight stop losses, FOMOing into these moves and getting caught out in these deep pullbacks here, right? You can go measure the pullbacks. They're not fun, right? Look at this, right? That right there is a 50 pip pullback. So understanding, waiting for your plan and just following your plan is the best way to have tackled these markets. And you catch your move. I can't sit here and complain. If I held this trade here, that's it. I would have probably just stopped trading for the year, you know, but I didn't know that they're going to intervene here. I did my job, 35 pips and be done. And that's the best thing you can do. If you're holding runners from up here, congrats. You know, that's something huge. And that was cool that you were able to get in so early, right? But at the end of the day, people who don't follow a plan and try FOMO in this move, I guarantee a lot of people lost in this move. And I do know people did, is because they didn't follow a plan. The only thing you have as a trader is your plan, and that's what's inside of your control. All of movements outside of your plan are outside of your control. They're not something that you can repeat long term. If you think that this is a big move here and you missed everything and your trading career is done, just go back to last December. You'll see the exact same candle, this exact same candle. Not only that, you get these candles towards the upside here. You get these big candles here. Look, you have opportunity. There's many moves. And let's be realistic. 99% of us are not catching from the bottom of this candle to the top. Very hard thing to do. You're not catching. You're catching just your move and move on. And that's the power, and that's your job as a trader, right? Nothing else, right? That's your job as a trader. So at the end of the day, you know, that's basically what I have to say about this move. Question: if he wanted to melt enough to speak warnings, why did he do the intervention as well? Yeah, it's crazy, man. Just a total dump. I think it's mainly for USD/JPY. It would, remember, the intervention was just to try, you know, say, okay, we've have this massive dump here. Let's just bring it completely down and give a huge opportunity. Because remember, this dump was not only by speech. This is a profit-taking dump. End of year, a lot of people have been long from the beginning of the year. Look at the growth we've had. Look at the growth we've had from, if we take from beginning of the year, January, which was the lows, right? January was the lows of the year, right? Keep that in mind, guys. Wink, wink. Trying to indicate something here. January was which created our base lows. As long as those lows were respected throughout the year, which we can see was respected here, right? That was the low. And if we look at the yearly growth, we've had amazing yearly growth, right? 2000 pip yearly growth here. So if we can take that into consideration, that this was all profit taking based on algos that was to play. And as I said, these algos are triggered as soon as he says something about, which is very worrying, because we have seen a massive reaction. We have seen a 700 pip dump here, right? 640, whatever. But basically 700 pip dump without anything changing in the economy, guys. This is what you have to understand. Nothing changed in the economy. We did not see anything change in the economy. Nothing has changed, right? They did not increase interest rates with the Japanese yen. This is all simply speculation and what's this called? And panic selling. This is panic selling and speculation, right? So at the end of the day, you know, end of year, people trying to get out their positions here. So at the end of the day, this fundamentally is not backed, this move down to the bottom of the range. So until we fundamentally see that change, this thing can easily bounce out of here, right? We can bounce long term, we can bounce out of here, especially coming into next year. And there'll be a lot of opportunities with the yen going into next year, because this is huge. If we start to change policy, the yen could be an absolute crazy pair to trade here. And even if we do not change policy, it will still be crazy, because look at the pullbacks it's given with us opportunities. It's exactly repeating history, and it will continue to do so until policy changes. And when policy changes, we'll see a dramatic shift here in the way that GJ is moving, because we'll finally see strength come back in the yen. So better get used to shorting at that point. But at the end of the day, all of that creates opportunity. So keep an eye on the yen here. Now, with these big moves here in the yen, you need to be careful, because also brokers pull liquidity from these pairs here. So you might get slipped. You might have a bit of problems closing positions. especially after such a heavy day. This sometimes does happen, so just be sure you have a good broker, and just keep that in mind, that that is a possibility, right? Just want to say that, just in case. But yeah, let's look at the analysis. So what have we done? Well, yesterday we pulled back down to the bottom of the range perfectly. We have these higher lows forming. If this candle can create a support here, right, we can basically see some potential upside. Now, end of year, what do I expect to happen after such a big move? I mean, this could be different, but normally we see some sort of relief rally here, and then we create our range going into next year. So maybe I'd expect something different. Do we see this type of correction here? This would be really interesting if we were to see this type of correction. We are getting the similar candle with a huge rejection. So it's not out of the question that we might see a V-shaped recovery. The question is, what catalyst is going to give us the V-shaped recovery? I can see an argument for a V-shaped recovery because this is all speculation. This is not solid facts. We don't have solid facts saying that the interest rates were changed with the JPY. So there is a possibility, though, that we could pull up back here before maybe just forming some sort of range. Maybe just end up playing around and form a range within this whole zone here, like we saw here, right, after giving this deep pullback. What you guys don't understand, that's like 400 pips, so plenty of space to trade. Then we might accumulate here, maybe one more downside, and then later on in the year, we might continue that upside until what? Until the Bank of Japan changes its what? Its policy. When they change their policy and they take interest rates from negative 0.10 and they go to positive interest rates, right? That is where we will see a drastic change in price action here, because what we'll see is we'll actually see real news be taken into the market. Now, the big question is, when they do increase, or yeah, it's a question of when at this point, will we already see price, would we already see the JPY being priced in? Because just a small announcement has managed to dump price 700 pips. So my question is, leading into that event, we could see that being priced in. So we need to keep alert about that, and this is why fundamentals is key, right? Will it depend how positive interest rates will be? No, because they're announcing 150 interest rate hikes. So just the point that they get out of negative interest rates is going to be a huge catalyst, even if they go to zero. But 150 would bring them to 0.5. So, this is something we have to consider. As for analysis today, yeah, we've had a massive move down. Don't expect, if you guys FOMO'd in yesterday, if you guys didn't catch the move yesterday, there's if 2%, then markets will go nuts. But I feel it would be priced in, because look at this. So yesterday, if you guys, basically missed the, yesterday, if you missed the move because you were scared of bigger stop losses, if you didn't know how to catch the move, that's outside of your skill set. You should be looking at, okay, how could I have maximized the move? What was my plan yesterday? Any of you who did not have a plan wouldn't have been able to catch the move. And if you weren't able to make a plan in this move, guess what? Now's your time to make sure to learn how to do that for the future, because you will get more moves like this. This is not the only time, right? You will get more moves, right? So you need to understand, in these heavy momentum times, it's very simple. You just need to make a plan that follows the same plans that we always follow, right? And you just need to replicate that. The only difference here is you're going to see bigger movement, and you need to be patient, right? And you need to be patient for stuff that is going to help you, like this, right? All of this, hard to get in. Didn't follow my plan. When you have proper pullbacks here, that's where you can start to get in, And I actually attempted this twice. Took setup 5, tried to get towards the downside here, went break even, and then as we broke below, managed to get in there. So, it was a game of patience. But at the end of the day, when you are patient, you are able to capitalize on this move. So that's the first step. The second step is, if you lost in this move, you're not the only one. A lot of people lose because they try jump on 1 minute, run tight stops. They're not used to their big stop losses. Your question is, okay, why have I lost here? Was it because I did not have a plan? Most likely the case. I was FOMOing, or I just didn't know what I was doing and trying to get lucky, right? Because lucky is not a strategy here, right? It's not a strategy, and it will not protect you long term. The third thing is if you won yesterday, understand two things. Is that good profits or bad profits? Because if it's good profits, right, if you won using a structured plan, then you can replicate that over time. You've done your job. Good job. Move on to today. If you won yesterday because you pressed sell and closed your eyes and you got lucky with a great move, understand that doesn't happen every day, right? Understand that doesn't happen every day. protect that capital, and make sure to get back on a plan that you can actually replicate every single day here. So with all of that being said, the next thing that I want to talk about this is the opportunity this is going to give us leading into next year. Definitely some very interesting things here on the yen, and it excites me a lot, man. This excites me a lot to see this catalyst come into the market, because when we see catalysts, we have big moves here. So hopefully this will set us up to see some exciting movement, but don't expect that to happen overnight. This took months before we saw the continuous. Trading during these times is easy, man. That's just, long-term bullish here. It's easy. So we just need to wait for it to set up at this point. Whether we see a V-shaped recovery or not, that is tough to say here. It's possible. But, right now it's a bit too early. So, looking at the analysis, after such a heavy dump, you can't expect it, if you missed yesterday, don't sit here and try make up what you missed from yesterday. Right? Don't try that. That's the worst thing you can do, is try to say, oh, I missed so much yesterday. Today I'm going to catch everything that I missed. Doesn't work like that. Very rarely. You should just be following a structured plan. So what do we have? Daily bias here is we have daily bearish close here. We're still respecting the support, respecting all of these supports here at the bottom of the range. We almost retested the bottom of the range here. What we can see is the 4 hour started to create this consolidation now at the moment. And today we can have basically a mixed bias here. So if we bring back drawings, we're obviously in a 4 hour consolidation. Price can just chill out here for a while, man. It could just chill out. It's been a very heavy day. Now, taking breakouts outside of the range here, if we were to get back above the range, taking a breakout towards the upside, a little bit risky. You probably want to see structure formed above here, or at least price leaving here, which would also give you hopefully a 4 hour candle closing above here, which you could look to retrace some of this move. Which would be better leading into next week when we have more clarity. As for sells today, sells, could be an option below this 180, 800 here. The only thing I don't like is the multiple rejections, selling back into weekly support. Look at this on a weekly time frame. You can see that is our weekly support. Still very relevant here. And we don't have a weekly candle yet closing below. If we do have a weekly candle closing below, will definitely be interesting, but until we get below these wicks, I'm not satisfied. I will see that as a fake out opportunity. As for now, trying to buy up in this zone, we're seeing, heavy rejections. Just do a bit of measuring of these candles here. It's not small candles. That's, already 16 pip bottom wick. So you need to understand your ranges here, understand where we're trading. This is all being, a little bit of an inconsistent zone we're seeing right now. 5 minutes just consolidating here. So we need to wait for more price action to develop here. Today is a day where, if you didn't maximize yesterday, just stay patient and, look for solid options. Let the chart guide you, right? You don't guide the chart, right? So yeah, that's exactly how I'm going to look at it. So you exclude December, you are thinking January onwards. What do you mean by exclude December? Well, we need price action to develop. It's very unlikely that we see the real move for the whole year develop in December, because it's normally how market cycles work, is we see January create a base, same as last year, right? And then we see that be, give us an area to play between, and then we see it distribute later on if it wants to. If policy changes, we're going to not see it distribute, we're going to see it dump. It's going to be something very, very different. So that's why we take it. So yeah, that is my thinking here on GJ. Let's go and talk about today NFP. We have NFP. They're expecting numbers to come up from last month here. So they're expecting to see basically, more employment come into, the end of the year. Now, if this number comes back worse than expected, yesterday came back exactly as expected here. So, a little bit above, more people claiming unemployment, which can give us a little bit of an indication. If this numbers come back worse than expected, if this, unemployment rate comes higher and we see this number come worse than expected, we'll see gold pop up here. So let's go have a look at gold. Again, gold is in the range consolidating because it's NFP. So let's see technically what makes sense here. So daily time frame here, we're still trying to create supports, but still rejecting this key zone here, like 2036. It's becoming a key rejection zone here. 4 hour time frame as well, just consolidating. Really something leaving, I would say 2038. If something leaves 2038, you get big upside move. Could have a heavy day today. But for me, for downside 2020, if we start to leave 2020 here during NFP, that is where I think if we start having candles leave 2020 here, you will have it push past through all of this stuff, and you probably come down and retest maybe as lower here 2008. You would start to see, you know, post NFP. This 2020 zone is our key support here. We are picking a lot of liquidity from that zone. Every time we dip down into that, we pop up. So for me, in my opinion here, it's kind of like, you know, that 2038 here, 2038, we leave 2038, we probably see, you know, actually 2040, if you have, like if we see heavy movement during news and we pull back and then anything later leaving 2040, you can get a $5 move to 2045 here. No problem, you probably see that happen. You know, based on my analysis, how news came out yesterday, it's hard to say, man. It's hard to say, you know. Could we see unemployment come back way better than expected? And then we see gold dump here. For me, and now I probably shouldn't say what's my opinion, but yeah, I probably won't say what's my opinion because then people will follow. But, you know, I think I know what I can expect here and what makes sense for me is, yeah, we probably see price leave towards the upside here. Whether we have a liquidity grab first, not sure. But for me, 2020 is a key level. You know, I'm not going to try predict exactly what the news move happens. I have levels that I'm watching and know where to capitalize if we start seeing price leave those zones. So we'll have to basically wait for that, right? But market normally waits for NFP. Many people don't trade NFP. It's a choppy market. And we can see all week it's been inconsistent here. It did start all the way back from here, which is unfortunate. But yeah, you know, typical, that's a typical move. This, fuck everyone to the top and take everyone to the bottom. You know, so yeah, you know, that's basically what I'm looking at here. Here's a question from Crest. So when the big boys take profit take, do they cash out and put their money somewhere else to save to avoid taxes? Because then it will be realized gains. So how it works is, like, if we look at a hedge fund, this is a good question. If we look at like a hedge fund or an investment portfolio, they are on clients' money. So the portfolio managers who actually are in control of taking profits, they are paid by commission. So they are paid by commission, and they only get a commission of it's sometimes as low as 1% for basically their realized gains. So they will be paying out clients' gains, and those clients will have their own tax based on their bracket, based on who they are, based on where they bring that money from. So they will be taxed on that, not the firm. If we're looking at these institutions that trade within themselves, which are banks, banks don't pay tax, man. They charge us, you know. They have their ways around it for sure. Apart from that, what they also do is you will see firms actually take buys into this move here. First of all, to offset taxes. So they will put artificial losses in their portfolio to offset taxes here, right? They will offset their taxes by taking losses, but their losses are a very small percentage compared, but it helps offset taxes. So yeah, perfect. That is the analysis, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the analysis. If you did enjoy the analysis, and every bank pays taxes, yes, they do pay, but it's not like us, man. They can put their taxes into real estate. I mean, they can put their money into real estate, put it into client deposits. They can do a lot with it. So it never, until they literally realize as a company profit, as a bank company profit, only then they be taxed on that. Otherwise, they just circulate money into different assets. And that's what banks always do, you know. They're just circulating money in assets. But yes, if you guys enjoyed the analysis, you know what I'm going to ask for. Can we do the YouTube business? And if you're enjoying the stream, be sure to leave a like. You know the YouTube business. Hate to say it, but part of the game. Appreciate everyone showing up on Friday. And yeah, so how much of us? 400 of us in here, 92 likes. Can we get the likes up to at least 200 here so I don't have to ask? Definitely helps. And yeah. Did you take a trade yesterday? Yeah, I took some sells in around New York, around after NYSE open. After news, basically. After news, when we saw price breaking down. Leading on from that, can traders get away without paying tax somehow? No, I don't know ways to avoid tax. I'm fully compliant with tax. But where I live in Dubai, traders do not need to pay tax. So I'm unaware of how that works in other jurisdictions because I am not involved in that. Forex Factory for news? Yes, indeed, Forex Factory for news. You don't know how to avoid. Yes. Hey brother, hey financial. Gold will range before NFP? Likely. It's likely to range before NFP. You know, if we were to look at historically what it's doing, it's likely to remain in this range. I would be very surprised to see gold leave 2038 or gold leave 2020 before NFP. I would actually be... You probably would see maybe one spike to one side, maybe come back down to 2025 here or retest 2035. You know, that could be possible, but mainly chopping at the moment, mainly chopping. How did you open a company in Dubai? I went to the Dubai economy, the DED, right? And I opened a company. That's it. Right? You have to open a company in Dubai. In what free zone can we open as a FX trader? You won't. There's no license for an FX trader. You have to have another separate business license. But you can go with any free zone. It doesn't matter. Or you can go mainland. If you want to take mainland license, it's also fine. You just need a business license. But for trading, just put it back into your personal account. It's personal investment. As long as you're not investing with your business account, it's fine. If it's personal account, let's say you have a savings account and you put money into a broker with that savings account and then you withdraw profits. Once you start withdrawing significant amount, the bank will simply ask, where's this money coming from? Simply send them your statement and say, I invested into the markets here and I'm doing, it's the stock market, and then they'll say fine. On the actual banking app, you can invest in US stock markets. On the actual banking app. So it's not a problem at all. How much did it cost you initially? For the license, around like in dirhams, around 12,000 dirhams. 12,000 dirhams. Which in dollars is around like $4,500. Is it legal for a company to invest its own money, or does it need a special license? It's legal, but you'll be taxed on it now in Dubai. Yeah, no problems at all. You can invest in anything, BTC, anything. As a foreigner, is it legal to own a property in Dubai? Yes, 100%. It's one of the main things. So for me, what I do is, if I'm building, so my real estate portfolio is able to, I don't need to have a visa here because real estate portfolio supports that. If you have a certain amount of real estate, they will give you a 10-year visa. Do you need a license to trade futures with your own money? In Dubai, no, you don't need. Because in Romania, I'm told no, because that's money laundering. Yeah, but you have statements. You would have to statements and show P&L. So Dubai started with 9%. Yes, I'm taxed 9%. And what's the yearly fees? Well, I have to also pay for an office, right? I have to also pay for an office. So after 1 year, I have a flexi desk I have to pay for, even though I trade from home, just blowing money on an office that I don't use. So yearly fees will run you like 8,000 to renew the license, another like 5,000 to what's this called, to have the desk, so it adds up. What type of company do you have? Well, I own more than one license because I have more than one company. So I have separate licenses for separate companies. Could you rent the office? I am renting the office. So I haven't bought the office. I am renting it. I'm just renting a desk because I don't use it. So I haven't bought a whole office. It's called a flexi desk. What about your personal income trading? Yes, no problem, no tax. Personal income is not taxed. You have no income tax in Dubai. So when I run a business, any profits generated from business, I can pay myself as a salary. But there's only a certain percentage you can, and that salary will not be taxed. Invest in stocks, withdraw immediately USD, that's it, bye-bye taxes. No, it doesn't work like that. What's your monthly expenses compared to back home? Well, I haven't lived back home because I was born here in Dubai, so I'm not sure. I'm the original Dubai trader. All of these guys coming to Dubai claiming, yeah, we in Dubai, we're trading in Dubai. You know what I'm saying, man? They can go all put themselves back on a flight and go back to their own country. Them and their Dubai traders showing Burj Khalifa, all of that. I was in the country before Burj Khalifa wasn't even built. When that was all sand, I was in the country. Right? So they can't come here and tell me that they are Dubai traders. You know? This is the real OG Dubai trader. Damn, 42% income tax? That's crazy money. In a Euro USD sell, can you give it a look? Let's see what Euro USD is doing. Probably took it at the break of this low. What's bias though? Remember, it's NFP today, so NFP is a USD based news, so just be careful of lack of potential volume. Previous daily bullish, previous 4 hours closing bearish here. You have any support you need to worry about? As long as this can create structure, you need structure here, right? So there's no structure within this 5. So as soon as this structure is created, like a 5 closing below here, and then breaking, that's what will give you a continuation. Then you can use this as like a watch zone. Otherwise, this might need to pull back. Could retest as high as here, but still end up rolling over. So until the 5 creates the structure and breaks it, that's where you probably get your downside move here. So you're basically watching, you know, you don't want anything closing back inside the range. How many trades did I take this week? 4 trades. Bro gives his teacher homework. Is being a Dubai trader an achievement? No, you just live in a country. You know, I think an achievement is just, you know, being able to be self-sufficient. Do what you love. That's an achievement. GJ gonna shake out early buyers tonight before it starts heaving up. Don't buy GJ till sellers are completely taken out the market. Long term, I can understand that, but you know, trading short-term time frames will not really be an issue. But long-term continuation, you need to see some form of accumulation would be healthy, right? Shout out to Harry. Cheers, man. Currently in a position on oil. Good luck, good luck. Do you take payouts in crypto or bank transfer? Bank transfer, man. Not on a crypto broker. Crypto brokers are not regulated. Lord, you did get the sarcasm? Probably didn't. Well, I'm originally from UAE. Let's go. Knowing an OG trader lived in Dubai. Nice. Lives. But Raja lives in Dubai. Yeah, that's not my problem. He can live where he wants to live. He's entitled, right? You trade prop firm. You asking me or you telling me? I don't. Personal capital. Just had my first 2K week. Let's go, man. It's a great feeling. I think the best feeling is your first 1K day. That's a great feeling. That really makes you feel like, wow, you can actually do something with this, you know? I think even like, you know, $500 day is like, okay, that's pretty cool. But your first 1K day is like, damn, you know? It feels really cool. And then you grow, and then you end up risking 1K per trade. And that's the difference between prop firms and personal capital, is that if you trade with prop firms, 1K days is normal because you're trading on bigger amount of capital. Which also, it trains you in a good and bad way as well, because your expectations are automatically set higher. So this could be relatively a problem, but also a benefit in terms of having access. But you know, many people don't go through the journey of starting from scratch. They jump right in, buy 100, 200K account, you know, and they don't get to experience that growth because you already, you know, get given. It's kind of like you're learning to drive and you get given an F1 car and say, okay, go take it around the track, right? Because that's what a big account is. And you have limitations, right? If you touch the yellow line, you'll fail. If you steer too much, you'll be in trouble. That's like a funded account. So yeah, it's a great opportunity, but make sure you're prepared, you know. And how are you going to prepare yourself without actually doing it? Well, you have two ways. Either you're in a position that you can keep blowing funded accounts to learn, or instead of blowing that money, put that in an account, learn, grow that, prove to yourself you can do something with it, and then go apply. So, you know, there's many ways to the madness. MT5, MT4, slowly sweeping out the unregulated brokers. Yeah, how it works with metaquotes is they work like any other company, which is very simple. Of course, you have jurisdictions like the US putting pressure on metaquotes to make sure that everything is legit. And what you end up happening is that you have these firms basically asking, if they claim that they are a regulated broker in a jurisdiction, they need to say, please, can you show documentation that says that you're regulated in XYZ jurisdiction, right? So then at the end of the day, that's what we end up seeing here, is that we see that they cannot present that documentation and it ends up failing. A bit risky, but took a GU sell on the 1 minute when it closed below. I noticed GU volume comes very near, very small risk, 0.5 to test it. Yeah, I'm glad you reduced risk on that, but again, this, can you replicate this? Okay, I like the structure broke here, that's okay. Yeah, after retest, it's a little bit safer. If you did not wait for this retest, then I don't agree with it. I agree after the retest. You know, but can you replicate this again and again and again? I like you went low risk to test it, but again, trading on 1 minute, it's just, it gets worse and worse and worse. FTMO has a test challenge as well. You'll probably pass the test challenge because you have no monetary value involved. If you're going to take a challenge, you need to have some sort of monetary value involved. So I rather you open a small live account and actually feel how it is to risk real money. Demo just doesn't do it. It doesn't do it. You know, it's completely different, man. I remember I was profitable for like 3 months straight on demo, making great money. The minute I went to live, I just lost. It's completely different. Demo is only useful to test out things, just to test the process. The best thing you should do is basically skip demo and go on a backtesting software. That will just save you so much time. You're better off going on a backtesting software instead of going on demo, which is what I did. I did spend some time on demo, which is good. You know, you can spend some time on demo just to gain confidence, just to get back, but spending like 6-7 months on demo probably doesn't help, because you can do the same on backtesting. But if you want to use demo, you know, just to practice for a couple of months, that's okay. But yeah, to learn execution, to learn the flow, you know, but in terms of actually getting better, a simulator is way better. You know? A simulation is way better. What's a backtesting software? A backtesting software is somewhere where you can go and simulate your trades, right? That's exactly why we made one, right? So you can try ours. Ours is called Pip Labs. And you need to have a backtesting software that has, so you can try the demo here completely for free. You need to have a backtesting software that has tick data. So ones that you can skip won't teach you anything. If you can just skip candles like this, it's not going to teach you anything. Just to skip, let's say, 5-minute candles here. If we go on the 5-minute time frame, just to skip 5-minute candles like this, it's not going to teach you anything, right? You need to be able to play the candles here and watch how the candles form, right? Because this is how it is going to be trading real markets here. To watch the candles form, to see how they're moving. Look, make a top wick. Oh, they reject from here. You know, that's what's gonna enable you. And then you simulate trading. Like for me, buys above here makes sense. Wait for a close above there, and you can look to take buys. You know, there you go. There's your close, buy next to the next range, and that's it. You know, you can take a buy like that. You know, and this is how you can practice. You know, make sure it stops, and then, you know, first use this as like a break-even point, and, you know, look to continue, stuff like that. That's what a backtesting software is. Right? And this is exactly what I did when I started trading. Is I went on a backtesting software and I went back and back and back, and that's why I made one myself. Not myself, but we had one made. So I recommend you guys, you know, to go, instead of demo, go ahead and try that. You can try this one for free, right? How good is that? There you go. Enjoy it. Do you have a Pip Labs video on YouTube? Yes, we do. This most recent video here is the Pip Labs video. So go check this video out as well. It shows you the software, the full version of the software. And yeah, all the details about the software you can just find on the website, what we include and stuff like that, the pairs we're currently supporting. And yeah, I mean, it's super useful tool, right? And the good thing is that we're offering really reasonable, you know, prices here for now. And we're going to upgrade our payment gateway soon. And this lifetime, when we start upgrading the software, because this software will constantly be updated, upgraded, you get immediately upgraded. So it's a super big advantage. What's a good trading platform? What do you mean? I mean, I'm using Tradingview for analysis. And I trade on MetaTrader. Does it make sense to buy at that green area? You mean buy above here to get to here? We have 500 in the way, I think, right? Wait, where is this? When did you take this screenshot? 381. Okay, that was way long ago. This is down here. Does it make sense? I mean, it could do. Yeah, it just happened. I mean, if you were happy holding this 24 pip drawdown, then yes. But this was, the initial entry was before the trading time here. And we're seeing volume come in around this time here. We'll see if we can start breaking above the zone. That's what I'm more interested in, to see if we can start leaving this zone. In here, you can see the inconsistency. It's a 50-50. It will either dump from here or continue up. This candle, luckily this candle just came. Nice C2, nice. It's full margin Friday. Yeah, I mean, if you did well yesterday, then allocate yourself. If you want to try, if you know GJ has some volume coming into London session here, allocate you some of yesterday's profits. Use it into today. If you lose, it's not really a big deal, right? But don't use the whole profits. Don't end your week negative because you're trying to chase price today. Just allocate yourself a small portion. And if you didn't maximize yesterday, then you need to account and say, hey, am I okay accepting on a day here where we have had heavy movement and might see some inconsistencies, NFP day, all of that stuff. How do I use your backtesting software and what's the name? It's called Pip Labs. Check the description, you'll see the link and you can try the demo there. But Tradingview and MetaTrader candles are not the same. Why is that? Different broker providers. You'll never find the same candles amongst every single one. I tried the demo, but it glitched out. What happened? It doesn't work on phone. If you're trying it on phone, it's different. It does work on phone, but it's not scaled towards phone. So you'll have to like scroll it and stuff. Like you can still open it on phone. It will load on phone, but you'll have to scale it. So if you're trying to do it on an Android or something, probably it's not going to work, man. You need to do on your PC. You know? Yeah, it does. You just need to press try the demo. And then as for all of these objects, we're optimizing it. You can draw boxes. It works. You just can't draw boxes after the candles. So trying to draw boxes here, you can't. You can only draw boxes for previous zones, stuff like this. So yes, drawing boxes after won't work, but drawing boxes on previous zones will work. How is your software better than TradingView? Because you can play ticks, right? Let me show you. You can play ticks. You know, TradingView probably has, you know, the cleanest layout, but this layout is definitely cleaner than other people. But look, you can see how the candle moves live. That's the huge advantage, is watching how candles move live. Like you're trading the markets right now. On TradingView, look what happens. If I rewind on TradingView, if I rewind to this candle here like this, I can only skip the candle. And if I change time frame to like the 1 hour, it will show me the 1 hour already closed. So I know that the next candles go down, you know. But see, it shows the 15 up here. But when you go to the 1 hour, it shows the 1 hour down here. Whereas on this, whenever you change time frame, it shows you exactly where the candle is, right? This is where all the candles are already. So that's the difference. It's very important when backtesting. Otherwise, it's cheating. If we went to the 4 hour, we can see how the 4 hour would have closed. It shows you only the closes. Are there different speeds? Yes, you can adjust the speed from here. Look. Watch the ticks. See? Look how fast it is now. So you can adjust it from here. You can even skip 1 minute candles at a time. You can skip 5 minute candles at a time. You can skip 1 hour candles, 4 hour candles, like this. You can skip all the candles here. Send the link. Okay, fine. Can I backtest gold? On the paid version, yes, you can. All of the pairs we support is down here. You can backtest gold, USD, and we're adding a lot more. We just need to upgrade servers, but servers are expensive. So we need to mitigate costs here because we're spending costs on more development. We just upgraded the data on the, so we just uploaded really dense data now. So you will see a lot smoother candles here. We've got a well-trusted broker, the same broker that all other backtesting softwares use. So it will be exactly comparable with them. Dark mode, yes, there is a dark mode. Here's the dark mode. You can see it. May I know what's the difference between the demo and paid version? Yeah, it's a lot of difference. Demo only gives you 1 month of data. Paid version gives you 3 years, from 2019 to 2023. Demo is only on GJ for 1 month. Paid version is as many months as you want. 1 year at a time you can load. And you get a lot more features. The second thing with paid version is the demo. The demo will show you the same. Like it will be the same thing. But whenever we upgrade the main one, you will be upgraded to the main one. Right? So it will have all like the perks that we're going to add and stuff like that. We're currently working on a flow so you guys can see like a potential roadmap that we might have. Why does every profitable trader turn into a motivational speaker and talk about more about life than trading? Who's talking more about life than trading? I mean, there's a balance. Depends what's going on. If there's trading to be talked about, trading should be talked about. But I think trading teaches you a lot of life lessons. So it's very, very good. Do you have a buy zone in GJ? Yeah, probably leaving 181,700 would be good. I don't want to get caught in this choppy range. We keep seeing it reject. You know, whether we create resistance here or not, we don't know at the time. But I feel if we can leave this zone, it will also be breaking the 4-hour resistance, right? And breaking this wick here. And we could start to see a bit more upside here. Otherwise, we could just get stuck in this range. What am I looking for today on GJ? Buys or sells? At the moment, I think buys would make more sense if we start leaving the zone, but we could just get stuck inside this range. Not too interested in trying to mess around in this range. After losing, get aggression and blew my account. Yeah, you have to stay disciplined, man. That's why I stick to that rule. After 2 losses in a day, call it a day. You do that, you risk 1%, 2%, can't lose too much. Hey Harry, I'm on my first 100k demo account in 3 trading days, 40k profit, 2k loss. What do you think? Of course, what do you think I think? It's good, but that's all fun and games, but can you repeat that? Can you consistently make profits over time? Because it's all cool if you can pass a challenge, but if you don't have the skills to be disciplined long term, you're just going to lose that challenge at some point anyways, or you're just going to be in drawdown on the count once you pass the challenge. So make sure the way that you made that profit, you can replicate over time. Flex my biceps, you have to subscribe to the Oni Pips. If you subscribe to the Oni Pips, you can see my bicep. Where is MindSpark? MindSpark, if you're having something that looks weird, just send me a screenshot, bro, in the Discord. Promo code for Only Pips. Yeah, this is the promo code, guys. Gonna type it on the screen here in small writing. So you can use this promo code and in small writing. So you guys better zoom in. I'm only gonna show it for 5 seconds, and whoever utilizes the promo code gets to use it. This is your promo code. That's it. Zoom in. That's all you get. 3, 2, 1. Bye bye. No more promo code. Bring out the lobster promo code? Yeah, facts. If I was to do a promo code, I should do BOTL. Can we refine? What's refine? We can always go back and pause. That is true. Never thought about that. But you guys don't have the link for the only pips. Waiting for 5 minutes for GU. Some London volume. Let's see what we got going on. Oh yeah, probably want to get below this zone here though, right? And that's your next zone. Makes sense, makes sense. Give me a sec, guys. Just go toilet and come back. If you guys enjoying the stream, be sure to leave a like. At least get the likes to 200. You know the drill. You know the drill. Would appreciate it. After wash your hands? Yeah, of course, man. Come on. This, I get this, but you just, this is like a major watch zone. Like you can force it to here, but you have to really like be aggressively BE here. And this is where you can go wrong. Because if this rejects and flips, you will not be able to manage this trade. It will go straight to stop loss. So if you're going to do this approach, it works, but aggressive BE here. Like, you know? Gold is having a nice chill here, huh? Before NFP madness. Being a bit aggressive, thanks, Harry. No, I'm saying you need to be aggressive with BE at that point if you're going to go with that idea. Let's see what it's doing now, though. Like this shouldn't need to come back to your entry. Actually, you could just manage with any 5-minute closure back inside the range. Because it could just form 5-minute structure here. GU likes to do that. Structure, 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 and then just continue down. Can't find the video on your channel for Pip Labs? Yeah, it's just the most recent video here. Just this one. It's called Backtesting My Price Action Strategy. Check it out. I'll put in the link for you. I mean in the chat for you. That's the one. How to be a solid trader. Make $1 a day and do it for a month. You'll be better than 80% of traders in the market. This is probably facts though. It's facts you would be. And if then with time you could increase risk and make it more. Yo, what's good? You got ADHD or something? You alright, man? Are you okay? You asked me what's good and then you asked if I have ADHD. I mean, come on. I don't. But what's the problem with people who have ADHD? Chat, I could do the exact same trades as him and be profitable with no knowledge. I was talking to Riley. Oh, okay. No problem. My bad. Chill, chat, chill. ADHD, is that any special indicator? Chat going mad on him. Could you do the exact same trades and be as profitable as me without knowledge? No, you can't be as profitable as me. Can you make money? Probably, but you probably lose it. Looks like a liquidity grab. This one towards the upside. Yes, this is why I was not too sure buying in this zone. You don't know when this fat move is going to come. Buys after the flip of the candle makes sense? No, not that target has already been tested. I think the best is going to be as we close above the range. I think that will be your easiest opportunities. You get to stay out of this mess in here. Inconsistency. You don't know when it's going to reject or not. At least out of the range, it's doing something what all of these candles could not do. You are breaking 4-hour time frame highs here. And you can look to continue bullish. It makes more sense. Selling below these lows, maybe an option. What is this 4-hour support? This is previous 4-hour support. Let me type that. We still seem to be respecting it. So target is reached there statistically means it's not going to go there again. It can do, but your probabilities are better trying to trade when we get back above it. You know, because since target is reached, there's just less probability to reach it, but it still makes sense that it could go back up there. But now we have new targets being formed, right? So this target was met, but now if this creates a clean candle here, our target becomes this resistance. If we're looking for buys in the range, right? This is your new target. I'm going to watch you learn. Do you stream every day? Yes, we stream Monday to Friday. So be sure to leave a subscribe so you know when we go live. And yeah, welcome to the team. Welcome to the team. How's your week been? I can't complain, man. Been a pretty solid week. Yeah, pretty solid week, man. Running good percentage on this week. I really can't complain. Feeling cute today, might long my whole account. Don't advise that. Depends the size. If you tell me a $10 account, okay, go ahead. Hit the like button. Yeah, if people are enjoying the stream, they can hit the like button. How long did it take you to become profitable? I'd probably say, like, just round it up to a year. Easier to say. Just round it up to a year. What if I don't like the stream? I'll be sad. Don't know why you don't like the stream. No, I'm joking. If you don't like the stream, then I'm not sure why you're still watching. Very sus. That's very sus. Why are you still watching, huh? Bro, you're missing so much price action on Sundays. Honestly, my favorite day to trade. Oh yeah, great, man. Price is moving crazy on Sundays. He's the spy hearing you got a good week. That's facts. If we take a trade today and it doesn't work out, then it's confirmed. Do you prefer holding the trades? I'm a scalper, man. I like to get in and out of trade as quick as possible. Holding trades is mentally harder. Yeah, it's very interesting. Some people find it easier mentally because it's not happening so quick, and some people find it harder. So it's interesting. Just joking. Love your stream, by the way. Respect to you, brother. I know I've seen you before. I'm only joking. You only watch stream for the luxurious hairstyle. I'll have to start charging for that. If you want to see. How come these guys can charge to send a picture of them in their underwear and make hundreds of thousands per month? Ridiculous world we live in. Quickies are the way to go. Always come here and learn something new. Glad to hear. Bit of a setup here. 5 minute any pullbacks? No. See what it does at this 5 minute range. Will it respect it or not? See if we can get some sort of... So I would like to see this close below. Hopefully we get something on 5 where we pull back and then continue down. Would be good. What are the boys doing on GU here? You guys closed out GU? Damn. I hope you closed out GU. Yeah, 2 entry options. This entry option here to get to here. That's the only entry option I see. I wouldn't have entered this one so close to support. I would have entered this one though. 1045. Yeah, now it's at daily support. So this is a good spot to close up. Yeah, this 30-minute close, break of the range. It's pretty much what you have. Damn, Brian, 2 entries here. Full on aggressive mode, huh, Brian? Call it a week. DJ close at bottom of range. Interesting closer, DJ here. No bottom wick as well, same as GU. Yeah, I don't trust this zone, man. I feel like people are gonna try hope for this to push through. Only time it will push through confidently is if we see some sort of retracement. When are you going to take a trade? In probably 15 seconds and 3 milliseconds, so be ready. What's the pip? Only pips link? There's no only pips. There's no only pips. Gold broker trend line. Gold is trying a quick move up here. Oh, no, never mind. So, don't know what trend line you're talking about. See if we can get a thunderstorm or something from here, or this 30-minute close below. See what that does. Just this stopper, I think, is going to be very big here, right? 55 pips. Sheesh. Yeah, I need 5-minute pullback. I'm not running 50 pips. I need a smaller stop here, like above a 5. So both my ideas play out, but you don't have entry for the second idea. So where's your entry for this idea to play out? I don't see it. And where's your entry for this idea to play out? Both your zones played out, but you don't have entry plans to those zones. Right? Breaking low of what? On this sell, breaking low of what on this sell? Yeah, but the sells haven't played out yet, right? Sells haven't played out yet. And for the buys, which candle would you have entered on? Their victory lanes? No, this is not a full victory lane. This is a small victory lane. You have around, yeah, like a 11, 13 pip. But you have to wait for some sort of closure here, man. At least the one towards the upside, I agree with. You know, there was some sort of closures here. A lot of wick rejections, but there was closures. I like your stream. We both almost have the same results in terms of win rate analysis, but I only trade gold and I have a journal for the whole of 2023. It's interesting. If I can share it with you, sure, man. You can share it in the Discord. Links won't allow you to send a link in the chat. Today is Friday. If you have not sold gold, sell it now. Today is Friday. It will start tanking. Be careful who you listen to on the internet. Is it a valid setup 3 on GU even though it rejected from the bottom hard? We're at daily support apparently. Yeah. Selling setup 3 at daily support, not a good idea. So you probably need something to get below. This is a again, I think the only entry option I see is valid is this for me here, this close below. Alright, I'll send it over now in Discord. If you could check it out, yeah, I'll check it after stream, man. No problem. GU crew. Yeah, I used to trade GU, man. Used to be one of my pets. It's clean. I just don't like the confusion between both, the GJ or GU. Realistically, what's the fastest way to learn trading? If you want to hear my honest opinion of the fastest way to learn trading, this is the fastest way. Okay? The fastest way is to stick, first of all, to one strategy. Use the free resources for like, you know, a couple of weeks. Just like watch my free Forex course, right? Watch my free Forex course. Don't pay for a course. Course won't get you anywhere fast. Trust me. It will just give you information. So use the free course here. And if you actually want to get better, and I don't want to sound like I'm selling something, it's not. This is up to you. But you need to be in a place where you can get feedback from someone and work over your mistakes. You need to have feedback. You need someone to help you apply what you learned. Learning information, hearing information, it's good, you need it, but it won't get you anywhere until you can have someone that will help you to apply. That's someone you can ask questions. And that is exactly why I have the exclusive group, right? Is to be able to do that. So that probably will be your best bet to get the fastest way, you know? So like a one-on-one or exclusive group is the fastest way. And I think people can attest and say that is true. You know what I mean? That is your best way. But courses, man, don't fall into courses. The information you can find in a course, most like the basic stuff, you can find on YouTube. The only useful thing with a course, it's in order. So don't let someone charge you $1,000 for a course when you can pay $50 a month and basically get all of that information like I provide. $50, man. No one is doing that. So true that it is hard to imagine anything else working except if you're 0.1 like Harry. Nah, man. How many pips this week you make? Yeah, good question. Let's go and calculate how many pips I make. Let's go ahead and look at the stream journal here. So we did 13, 15, 20. So that's 47. And then yesterday 30. Can minus, yeah, so around, let's say 50 pips average. That's kind of unfair. You should specifically risk. Yeah, that's why I don't count it. That's why I rather the question how much percent you make this week. So if you want to ask me how much percent this week, then ask. Can you show us the site of learning $15? It's not $15, it's $50. But spots are closed. To my exclusive group, you can't join. It's closed until we open next month. Right? I will make a waiting list. You guys will be able to join a waiting list, but it's closed. How many percent this week? Actually, a pretty good week, man. 7. Yesterday made 2. Then we actually no. This week itself, not 7. It's 5 because Friday was was last week, so it doesn't count. I was just counting from the first. Can you get my stream journal? Yes. All you have to do is go to the free Discord. Once you go to the free Discord, go to resources, and you'll find it in resources. An average of 65 pips is more than enough. Yeah, but if you have a 100 pip stop loss and you're gaining 65 pips and you adjusted your risk based on your stop loss, you know, then it doesn't make sense, right? So it has to be relative to what you risk. Harry, having trouble closing early trades and stuff, was going to ask you, when do you have a plan to go BE and when do you close 80%? This is where it's a very situational based thing here. I would say if you have a problem closing trades, learn to close full, don't close a partial position. But when it comes to moving BE, it's a structure based thing. This is something we often discuss in the exclusive group, and we discuss different scenarios. and people seem to be getting it in there. So there's no like one rule that I can write in a one sentence saying move BE when this happens. There's different scenarios to move BE. First scenario is when there's a level before your TP. That's the most basic rule, right? When you have a level before your TP. Can I hear your analysis on Euro USD? Yeah, you can. Yeah, those sells seem to have pulled back and ended up playing out here. Where are we sitting on Euro USD here? Probably have some downside to like 0.77, and then maybe it bounces off that. As long as it respects the structure that it's making now on the 5, I guess, as long as these highs are respected and it keeps creating resistance, should slowly make its way towards the downside here. %, that's what my bank makes in 2 years. Yeah, man, banks. Interest, not really useful. But if you have a strategy that has a high win rate, you don't expect stop loss to be hit, so it can be bigger than TP. Yeah, I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about is that if you calculate, so let's say you make 65 pips, but your stop loss is like every trade, your stop loss is 30 pips. And you calculate 1% on 30 pips. 65 pips is only 2%. That's what I mean. But if you use the same risk with a big stop loss and you just expect stop loss not to be hit, and you're risking maybe 10-15%, which I don't recommend for many traders. I don't think that is going to be good. Then that's a different story. What's your minimum pip TP? I don't really have a minimum, whatever the market gives me, but most of my trades, if they're under probably like 10 pips, I'm probably going to most likely be out break even 90% of the time. 9-10 pips, if they're under that, I would probably move to break even rather than what's this called? Close it there. Since when did you start live streaming and how many % did you make so far? I haven't calculated how much % I made since the beginning of live stream. I have to go back and see what I did month to month and tell you. We started live streaming. I'm not sure how long ago we started live streaming. You guys can scroll back and go see. The journal started, I think, in the stream journal is basically when we started. So yeah, this is in July. B equals -4 + 4? No, not always. I'm just not tracking those because if I was to close +4, I could artificially increase win rate. I know, right? No, -4 pips is a loss, but +4 is not a win. That's how it works on stream. That's how they say it. How big is your stop loss normally? My stop loss is normally, I would say, average around 12 to 15 pips. Do you ever risk less than 1%? Yeah, I mean, depends on the trade, I have for sure. Have you ever struggled with discipline? How did you overcome it? I told myself to fucking stop, man, and just did that. I said if I don't stop this, I'm just going to lose money and it's not going to work. And of course, everyone struggles with discipline. But I'm pretty disciplined overall, so it was more controlling emotional things. Like during my trading, I've been through all of that, like revenge trading, over trading, like I've done all of that. This is London open here. 1 hour candle closing bearish at resistance here. 15-minute created a support at the bottom of the range. So yeah, just a London open kind of volume push towards the downside here. I think you really need a 5-minute candle leaving this range to get continuation towards the downside. It could flip, you know. Setup 3? Yes, it would be a form of setup 3. I just don't like how we're respecting the low of the range. You're selling into the low of the range. What is gold doing? Nothing. Very tough to trade gold during these times here. Very, very tough. Euro USD long, everyone's saying Euro USD. Come on, it hasn't done anything big. As long as it still respects this 5-minute structure, it will continue down. As long as this structure is respected here, it will continue down. So we have broken the 15-minute lows now. I think we really need to get below this 5-minute range to see continuation. So if this candle can start getting below the 5-minute range, only then you see continuation. Problem is you have a lot of levels below here. I mean, if you were to rip it on that, you'd have to run stops above the range here. 26 pips, not that bad. You could get a little bit lower here. Personally, I would like to see a candle closing below before taking any trades in this zone. Impulsively breaking this low, not a trade for me on a Friday. Do you take trades in ranging areas? Yes, I do, but if it's a tight range, then no. I'm switching over that almost 5 days. I got a response from Hanko. They have no idea how my balance disappeared, so scam got confirmed. No, that's ridiculous, man. Keep fighting it, man. I hate that has happened. Sorry to hear, man. But keep fighting it. They will be able to give you. They have to. Just keep pushing it. Imagine how many people, bro. You see how many... You know how many people... You know how many people were promoting that broker? Using their affiliate link? This is why you have to... This is why you have to... you have to trust people in the industry, man. You need to have, this is because it sucks. It sucks for your reputation and everything. I'll try, but they are changing from MetaTrader 4 to 5 to actual history. So from my account might be gone. Yeah, but at least to withdraw your initial deposit, They removed your balance? Can you not withdraw from their dashboard your balance to the main balance? To like your wallet balance? It says insufficient. That's ridiculous, man. How can such a big brokerage do that? Gold dumping. Yeah, gold's having a small move here towards. It can play within this range. Do you drink whiskey? No, I don't drink whiskey. I don't drink alcohol. In ranging areas, won't stop loss be bigger or riskier? How do you do it? If market is ranging tightly, yes, it will be a little bit more inconsistent. Unless you're buying from the bottom of the range, or if we're bearish selling from the top, probabilities there are pretty good. In the middle of the range is where you find your most inconsistencies. I'm here in Australia drinking some Japanese witch. Nika from the barrel, my favorite. Sounds ideal, man. Big ice cube in that. Enjoy. Enjoy your drink. That's my sleeping aid. Japanese whiskey. Single malt, man. Single malt. Euro bank holiday? No, it's what's this called? It's a Italian bank holiday today. Italiano. How do I join your group? I like your style. You'll have to wait for the group to open. Spots are closed here on the group. You can check out the video to see what you'll get included here. But at the end of the day, spots are closed. They'll open soon. I'll put a wait list and then you can, you know. Set up 2 towards the upside or wait to break out the range. This range can just be inconsistent. I think if we respect the low of the range, there is an opportunity here. You know? Depends. Low is broken. I'm very inclined to press sell now. I think it's if we respect the low of the range, it's more likely to continue up here than continue down. Yeah, it's more likely from here to go up. Retest maybe somewhere up here. How much does that give you? Like 14 pip range, 17. If you're lucky, you get whole 26 pip move. You could try trade in this range on this 5 and manage with anything. Big stops though, yeah, you'll have to run those decent stops. At least 27 pip stop here. Do you know Italian? No, I don't know Italian. Harry, could I join the exclusive group even though I don't use the same strategy as you? Yes, we have people who use different strategies in there. I mean, we all basically focus on price action, but if you want to be part of the community, we're open to it, man. We're open to it. If you like the vibes, you want to be part, it's what it's about there, man. It's what it's about. We have people who use trend line strategy there. We have people who swing. We have people who... I mean, most of us concentrate on price action. But price action should be part of everyone's strategy. It's 50-50 at the moment. Yeah, it's in the range. I mean, I think it's more likely from here to continue up than down, especially if this 5-minute high breaks. You know? Let's see what this range is. And you could run it 1-minute candle close above that range. That'll give you confidence that it should. And then you can micro scalp it. Give yourself 8 pip stop for 8 pip target. That's micro scalping in a range though. Nope, respecting it. What screen size do you have? 27 inch. 27 inch. Oof, this is gonna mess up a lot of people trying to trade this pre-NFP. Gonna mess you up. A lot of people trying to chase GJ sells today. Also gonna mess you up. Just be patient. $27 inches a lot? Yeah, it is a big screen. Not worth it with commissions, 8 pips? Yeah, it's not bad if you want. That's 1 minute scalping in this range, right? Break of this high. As it closed above. That's all you get in this type of instance. 1-to-1. 8 pip stop. You could even just let it try get more than this. Just try squeeze it, you know? But that's a scalping option. Like now, once we reach this resistance, can go break even. And then that's it. See if you get lucky, you can get 10, 12 pips here. Should give it to you. If it has enough juice to do so. What do you think gold will do during NFP? It's hard to say, but maybe we see a spike up. But, you know, again, at the end of the day, very hard to predict news. Very, very, very hard. Can you tell me how to find a good zone to trade? Yeah, look for clean candles. If you can find clean candles, it's a good zone to trade. But make sure that it is, you know, a tradable clean zone, like you're following bias, you know. You can check on my YouTube channel. There's a video called Trading Zones. Do you trade fake outs much? Yes, it is part of my entry strategy to trade a fake out. We haven't taken that entry in a long time, actually. Long time. No top wick on this candle. Should flip, realistically, at some point. What number your fake out play? Number 4. Number 4 is my fake out play. Are most your trades set up 1? No. It is a high frequency, but it's not most. I'd say, yeah, you could say most are, right? Yeah, I would say, yeah, for sure. Setup 1. Most powerful one. But the thing is, setup 1 breakout is different than setup 1 close above the range. This is a problem in this inconsistent range, man. Doesn't give you enough juice. You have to run, you have to kind of hold that 30 pip stop loss here and just hold it to try get to the top of the range. But it's not something you want to play with on a Friday. Today the move is pretty wild. It's ranging at the moment. It's going sideways. Not much happening? No. I mean, you could scalp micro time frames. This closes above again. You can take the same trade to flip this. Doesn't close above? It's tough. Run stops below this 1 minute candle with some space. Set up 2 on the 1 minute? Basically, yeah. You want it to close back above that line. It's trying. And you would use the idea that there's no top wick on the 15, that it should flip and at least make a top wick. You can get another 1-to-1. But respect that zone. We'll continue down. Just subscribe, great content. Thank you, appreciate it. Gonna go watch the free course. Enjoy it, brother, enjoy it. No trade zone. I think that's sensible. Yeah, we're looking same spot for buys. Sells, that's an interesting zone to sell. Did it happen? Oh yeah, there's your close above. That's the trade. That's the one, right? 1 minute setup 2. 3 pip break even though. That you want to go break even at this wick. Last sign of rejection. You get the juice. Get the juice. Oh no. No, you got it. Will it make a top wick? Likes for keep showing off. Likes for discipline, the everyday value. Thank you, appreciate it. It's Friday, NFP day. GJ's had a very heavy move. No need to force anything after this. Unless you want to muck about in the range, but that's up to you. GJ buy at 550. 550. I'd say probably more 700, man. 700 would be a lot safer here. Curious how many pips you guys have in gold. Mine spread is 17 pips. No, you mean 1.7 pips. 17 points, you mean. Yeah, I'm 1 pip on gold. Wow, GJ's pretty high. GJ's spiking to... Oh no, it's come back down. It was spiking. Yeah, now it's just ranging. Gold trying some upside in the range. Anyways, boys, I think I'm going to call it here. Nothing really much for me after such a heavy day. I was kind of expecting that. Maybe we got a crazy breakout. That's why I was excited to show up to see maybe if we got something. Don't go lose all monies inside of the range here, trying to do something smart. You know, take it chill. We'll have more opportunities. It's been an overall good week in terms of, you know, maximizing the beginning of the week. And, you know, yesterday staying disciplined and waiting for proper options, I think was the best thing. You know, and at the end of the day, a lot of people were able to capitalize on GU as well in the group, which I'm happy to see. And yeah, overall, you know, pretty solid. So don't go mess up your week. You know, keep it easy here. Wait for GJ to get out the range. And that's basically would be better. If you want to trade in the range, you can see the inconsistency. We spoke about 1 minute scalping here, but that's all it is, right? 8 pips, as I said, that's all you got here, right? 8 pips, look. 8.6, come on, doesn't get more accurate than that. And this one, another 8 pips. 6 pips, not even worth it. So you can see the inconsistency, not really valuable, but, you know, a bit of fun to discuss. You know, there's always ways to trade, but we don't have to. I don't have to force those type of positions. You know, to try scavenge that, because overall don't want to give back 8 pips. So yeah, that's how it is here. You know, if we do start breaking down below here, then Claudio will be happy because he'll get his sells and he'll be smiling. So that's how it is, man. That's how it is. I appreciate everyone showing up. Take it easy on Friday. It's normally like this after a heavy move, and it's NFP day, so definitely not a day to go crazy before NFP. Wait till after NFP. See if you can set yourself aside a smaller bit of profits if you have, to maybe try some NFP if we have some huge continuous movement here. And yeah, that's how it is, man. That's how it is. So appreciate everyone showing up as always. Have an amazing weekend. I'll see the journal Money Wicks. Don't worry about that. And take care, guys. Enjoy Sunday's video, and let's have another fruitful and successful week, inshallah, next week. And yeah, take care, Tradesharpe, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace.